So we've got our coffee in hand and we're about to board. Which platform are we? 6. Platform 6.
I can also exit to the British Transport Police on 61016.
Hey everyone, so today is a very, very special trip because I'm joined by my sister Phew, and we are going on an overnight trip over to Edinburgh courtesy of LNER. So currently on the train right now. Opted for the quiet coach. I'm going to switch off after this because everyone's trying to work. So I'm going to show you the views along the way, the food on the train and the journey and how it goes. And then when we're in Edinburgh, I'm going to show you the best the city has to offer. Took over from Virgin Railways for the East Coast Main line last year in 2018, and since then they now take people from coast to coast, covering from London all the way up to Scotland. Aloha! So now checked into Motel 1 Hotel, which is literally just opposite Edinburgh Waverley Station, which is very, very handy. I was actually here 2 Novembers ago. Absolutely loved it. This time I want to do a few more things that I didn't get to do the first time. So if you're new to this video, I'll link the previous video below where you can watch the things that I got up to. I went to the Edinburgh Museum. I tried haggis, neeps and tatties. I had Cullen skink, had some whiskey, obviously it's a national drink, and brew mussels. Got up to a bunch of stuff. So this time round I'm going to do things a little bit more differently and experience some new things, and this trip is extra special because I get to visit with my little sister, and she's never been to Edinburgh before. We're excited for some food.
I'm so hungry.
So hungry. I feel like she'd really like Scotch pie. She's a little camera shy. So yeah, let's get going because this tummy is hungry. You can't hear me, it's too loud. Wait. Okay, so I'm now at Princes Street, which is where the hotel is located. Now, Princes Street is probably the busiest street in Edinburgh, and it's not even a high street, but that might be because it's very close to the train station. So I've got a few fun facts about this street. First of all, we see behind me the Balmoral's clock, and that's the hotel's clock. It's actually 3 minutes faster than it actually is, and this has been set since 1902, so Scottish residents won't be late for their train, which is a really cute thing to do, and they're still 3 minutes late now. So if you look at the clock, at least you can be like, still got 3 minutes. So the second fact is that this was meant to be called St Giles Street after the patron Saint St Giles, but then the king objected it and named it after his princes instead, hence why it's called Princes Street. I'm now halfway up the Scotsman Steps, which is on Market Street, and I'm really working for this pie because it's quite steep, so it's hard going up, but pretty easy going down, but gotta work for your pie. So I'm now at Pie Maker, and I have 2 different pies I've never tried before. There are over 30 different types. This one is the Scotch pie. Traditionally, this is made of mutton, but now it's kind of hard to get hold of, so now it's using either beef or lamb. Now this one is minced beef, and over the top here you find a little dip. You can also put on like bread sauce, you can baked beans, you can put on mash, you can even put on an egg over the top, and you just eat it with your hands. And this one is like a secret recipe for different pie makers. And fun fact, the Scotch Pie Club actually hold a World Scotch Pie Championship every single year. So bakers and butchers from all over the land will come and compete to try and get the World Scotch Pie Champion And now I've got one here, so I'm going to give it a go. So look at how much filling is in this. It's very, very definitely similar to pork pie, but gotta eat it with your hands. Things taste the best when you use your hands. It's very peppery tasting, it's very, very meaty, and it's definitely welcome on a cold day like today. But it's actually very cheap. I think it's like £1.40 or £2.40, so it's definitely a cheap eat in Edinburgh. Served warm, served heavy, and served with a very, very comforting rub in your tummy afterwards. This is the bridie, and this is also minced beef with some onion, mashed potato in a puff pastry shell. Yum, I love mashed potato. Just finished the bridie. It reminds me of a sausage roll in a sense that when you bite into it, they've got very similar textures and it's very, very meaty. I still prefer the Scotch pie though because of the peppery kick. What we got to do?
Get some ice cream.
And what, is it your favourite?
Stop it.
We're really full from pie, but there's always room for dessert, especially because this one here loves ice cream. Like, she's got such a sweet tooth, so we walked past and she was like so we stopped off at Chow Roma, which is literally next door, and apparently it's award-winning ice cream, and I searched online and the reviews seem to be good, and they have chili chocolate sorbet, they've got mint chocolate ice cream, they've got lemon sorbet, mango, so ice cream it is. Good morning everyone.
Morning.
Today is the next day. It's about 9 AM at the moment and we are hiking up to Arthur's Seat. And pro tip to come early morning, well early-ish, because there's hardly anyone here. There's only like a few runners, cyclists, but it's completely empty basically in Edinburgh. So it feels like we've got the whole city to ourselves and the views are beautiful. It should take up 43 minutes, but I'm not sure how we're going to fare because the walk's a bit slippery. But for you, it's only going to take a minute. My sister just pointed this out. Slippery. Uh-oh.
How did we miss that?
I don't know how we missed it. We are currently 5 minutes from the top. It's a hard climb so far. It's very, very slippery.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to wear hiking shoes. We didn't expect it to rain, which is very, very silly. So we've got trainers on, which is still doing the job, but it would have been much better.
We need to buy new shoes.
We need to buy new shoes. We've just got this little bit to go and then we're up, but right now it's super foggy, so it's very atmospheric, very moody.
It's good for photos.
It's so good for photos, so Shuha is taking a bunch because she's a very good photographer. And yeah, we're nearly there. We can do it and then we can have a really big breakfast after this. Final bit. Oh, be careful. Windswept, but we made it to the top. Yay! Getting down is another thing. Yeah. Damn, I'm wide awake now. I'm so awake. Let's get down. Done it now. Messy pup, but we've done it and we realised that we walked down the hard route up and this is so easy. But look at this view. Just got back to the hotel after the climb. We definitely went the difficult way up, because on the way down realized there was a massive like green plain, a green route, which was a far easier way of going up and down Arthur's Seat, because there are many different hiking routes depending on the difficulty levels. And I think we went off track and kind of basically ended up climbing it, which was fun because it made us appreciate the walk down even more and appreciate being up at the summit even more. So I feel like a sense of accomplishment. We both feel really good. We are both ravenous. Ended up having to get an Uber back on the way because we're running out of time, with the checkout time being 12, and met a lovely driver called Thomas. And Scottish accents have always been my favourite accents in the entire world. There's something so comforting, friendly and jolly about them, but it's also got the edge, and you can know not to mess with a Scotsman. But Thomas was so full of stories, and he was so lovely. Absolutely gobsmacked with how friendly Scots are, and it's just such a lovely difference. Everyone is so willing to help. People are willing to teach you stuff. People are willing to point you in the right direction. Rambling on, and this is using up energy that I could be using to eat food. So, see you in a bit. We are so keen. It is 12:30 and we're currently in Fishers in the city, and we're also the only ones here at the moment, which is great because it feels like we've got the whole place to ourselves. But I did a lot of research and this place kept coming up as being a very good seafood spot, and my sister and I, we grew up eating seafood. We love seafood, and of course when you're here you have to try things that Scotland are known for, and I know they are very known for their selection of different seafood as well. We ordered a hot shellfish platter for one to share, also half a dozen of oysters, and also some salt and crispy baby squid with some paprika aioli sauce. So I am so hungry. It's actually our first meal of the day because we ended up taking a little bit longer up at Arthur's Seat. So what a way to start the day with a massive seafood platter in Scotland. I'm so excited. So I'm going to show you everything we eat, and then hopefully on the way later we're going to get a coffee and then make some room for some haggis before getting the train back to London. Right, time for some oysters, my favourite thing. So these are Pacific ones. So I'm going to do a little bit of the shallots and the vinegar, and then also a squeeze of lemon. Cheers. Tastes like the sea, so good. Good? Fresh. So the seafood platter for one has arrived. This is humongous. Imagine just having this by yourself, because definitely think having one to share between the two of us and two starters is a better shout. But we have lobster, langoustines, prawns, clams, razor clams somewhere, scallops, mussels, grilled oysters, and there's literally a mountain of shellfish. This is my dream. I love shellfish. I love seafood. So having a platter of it is an absolute dream come true. Also on the side, you do have some garlic butter, some chips, lemon, and a rocket salad. And we've also asked for some garlic, white wine, and cream sauce on the side for the mussels, because I love dipping mussels into them. It's £50 for one or £95 for two. But I would suggest just having one between two and then order other bits to share so you get a taste of everything. Now, know that I do have a big head, but this is a size comparison between how big this platter is for one person and how big my head is. I don't know which one to start first. Maybe, let's start with a mussel first. Look at how big this mussel is. You can literally taste the freshness of the seafood. Abundance of different types to choose from. You've got the grilled prawns as well, dripping with juice. Can't wait to tuck in, so I will see you after we tackle this mountain of shellfish. There's so much! I'm I'm now so full, so beyond full. So to walk it off, I'm going to go over to Floral Clock and the Scott Monument, which is just down Princess Street Garden, and then have a coffee to digest everything at Brew Lab Coffee. It's only about a 20-minute walk altogether. Oh, I'm also going to stop by the Royal Mile as well, and I've got a few fun facts for you, so let's go. So what you see in front of me is the Scott Monument. So when Sir Walter Scott died in 1832, the whole of the city decided to come together and construct this monument in honour of his name. Edinburgh Waverley Station is also the only station in the world to be named after an author's novel as well. It is a Victorian Gothic monument and is the second largest monument to a writer in the world, second to another author called Jose Marti in Havana in Cuba. We are now actually halfway down the Royal Mile. Now Royal Mile is the most famous street in the city, and it was the favourite street for all the Scottish and English monarchs to walk down. But the Royal Mile isn't actually just 1 mile, but it's 1 mile and 107 yards long. It connects Edinburgh's Old Town with the Edinburgh Castle all the way up to the Palace of Holyrood House, which is where the Arthur's Seat was today. Final stop of the day, Brew Lab Coffee, which is one of the most famous coffee shops in Edinburgh, and they take their coffees very seriously. So I've also ordered a s'mores donut, which looks insane. You can have a range of different coffees, from everything from filter coffee, espresso to cold brew. So on the left hand side we've got a black cold brew, and on the right we have a filter coffee which is hand poured at the coffee bar, and the origin is from Kenya. You can see almost like a chocolate mousse inside and the marshmallow topping. This looks delicious. Platform 11 back to London King's Cross, which is just right behind me, so let's get going. Okay, so now on the train back to London from Edinburgh, so that concludes our 2-day quick visit from London to Edinburgh via LNER. Huge thank you for them for sponsoring this video. What an amazing day. Like, starting off with Arthur's Seat, which is literally the perfect way to start your trip in Edinburgh, even if it's raining, even if it's slippy. Literally the sights, the scenery is absolutely beautiful. So if you are in Edinburgh or if you are visiting, definitely make it top of your list to go, because there are lots of different routes and different difficulties as well. And to couple that with the seafood feast we had, insane. The seafood was so good. I'm going to be dreaming about that meal for months to come, and I'm already planning to come back because I'm actually genuinely sad to leave Edinburgh. I absolutely love it here. Every time I come I love it a little bit more, and it just makes me want to visit more of the country. So I'm now looking forward to just sitting back, relaxing, maybe get some work done, but most importantly just relax after a very tiring but amazing 2 days in Edinburgh. I'm just gonna sit back here like this and enjoy the ride. I wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more travel, food and lifestyle videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.